This video is for lesson 8.4, word problems, part 1. Before we begin the word problems in your notes, let's take a few minutes to review the multi-step equations from the last lesson. For this first example, first thing you're going to do is combine the 1 and the 5. Since it's a plus 5 and a positive 1, that becomes a 6 minus 2n. Then you'll subtract 6 from both sides, getting negative 12 equals negative 2n. Remember to bring down the minus sign in front of the 2n. And then for your last step, I'm running out of space, but you're going to divide by negative 2 on both sides, which is how I got a positive 6. For the second example, you're going to start by using the distributive property, and you're going to multiply negative 4 times negative x, which becomes a positive 4x, and then a negative 4 times a positive 2, which becomes a negative or a minus 8. You're going to add 8 to both sides. That gives you a negative 4 on the left and a 4x on the right, and divide both sides by positive 4, which is how we get x negative 1. And for the third example, you're going to start by distributing 1/2 to 4c, which is 2c. Half of 4 is 2, plus half of 14 is 7, minus c equals 4. Second step is that I'm going to actually combine my 2c and my minus 1c. 2 minus 1 is 1c, plus 7 equals 4. Subtract 7 on both sides, which gives me 1c equals negative 3. And that actually is my final step, since 1c is the same as just c. So that's how I got c equals negative 3. Okay, in this video we're going to talk about how to write multi-step word problems. We are only going to look at the first example in your notes for this video, taking it slowly because these word problems can be a little bit tricky. So first, let's just review when we were writing equations from a word problem. First thing you're going to do is write your let statement to define the variable. Then you're going to write your equation, solve your equation, and write your conclusion statement in a complete sentence. So let's take a look at the first example in your note packet. It says Pasha bought sandwiches and beverages for 6 people. The beverages cost $4.50 each. The sandwiches each cost the same amount. The total cost was $68.10. Find the cost of each sandwich. So the first thing we want to do is write a let statement saying let C equal the cost per sandwich. Make sure you don't just write cost. I want to know specifically, since we have different items in this problem, that C is the cost of a sandwich. So that's step 1, write our let statement. Step 2 is our equation. So there's actually a few different ways you can write this problem. We are buying things for 6 people. So that means we're buying 6 beverages and 6 sandwiches. So you could multiply the beverages times 6 and the cost of the sandwiches times 6 and add those together and have that equal $68.10. Or you can multiply 6 times the price of 1 beverage plus the price of 1 sandwich, which gives us a total of $68.10. Either way you do it, you're going to get the same answer, because as you can see, if you start with this, you're going to have to use the distributive property when you solve it, which will actually end up having you multiply 6 times 450 and 6 times C anyways. So it's just that the beginning looks a little bit different, but then the rest of the process is the same. So when you multiply 6 times 450, you get $27 plus 6C equals $68.10. And then if you finish solving from there, you subtract 27, you get 6C equals $41.10. And then when you divide both sides by 6, you get a cost per sandwich of $6.85. So your final step 4, the conclusion statement, is each sandwich costs $6.85. Okay, so take a few minutes to see if you can't choose which is the correct equation to represent each of these word problems. Okay, for this first one, the question is asking how much does it cost per guest for food. So our X represents cost per guest for food. So we know the total budget is $575. They are paying one time for the venue. A venue is the location of the party. So they pay a flat fee of $75. Then there's 40 people coming to the party. For those 40 people, they're spending X dollars on food plus $5 on the party favor. So you could use that, or you could write 75 plus 40x plus 40 times 5, which is 200. So you could just go ahead and multiply 40 times 5 right away and start with this one, or you could start here with the distributive property. For the second example, Catherine is buying 8 bags of mulch. She's buying using a coupon for 75 cents off of each bag of mulch. After she applies the coupon, the total cost is $22. So we want to know what was the regular price. So in this case, X is the regular price of the mulch. So we have our total is $22. She's buying 8 bags, and that is the original price minus 75 cents. Again, you could write it like this, or you could go ahead and multiply 8 times 75 cents right from the beginning, rather than using the distributive property, which is $6. So you could also write it like this.